Jump out of the window, moving like Debo with his back home. My brother's getting calls on the track for me, coming for the whole lot, I put it on my backbone. Jump out of the window, moving like Debo with his back home. My brother's getting calls on the track for me, coming for the whole lot, I put it on my backbone. Animal instincts, animal, yeah. Animal instincts, animal, yeah. Animal instincts, animal, yeah. Animal instincts, animal.
Right, so today's the Plumstead Charity Cup final. For anyone that's followed us for a while, you'll know what this day's about. This day is in memory of Michael, who I unfortunately found take his own life in a local park. So today we're raising money for his 2 children. And in the comments of videos before, we've had, you know, it's not really a cup final because you don't play enough teams to get into it. This is a day that we deserve everything else we do for charity. A lot of our boys have been through difficulties over the last year. Myself, I've had a few things going on in life. Teddy's lost his little one. We've had so many things go on, and for all the work we do and all the pain that we go through every single year, this is our day to celebrate everything we do. So as much as it's not a cup final in the sense of we get there, we play with teams and we earn sport for winning games, this is our day to celebrate Michael's life, to celebrate what we do, and to celebrate us getting over the things that have made our life difficult over the last few years. So yeah, this is the Plumstead Charity Cup final. This is the biggest day of our season, and let's go, man.
Score positions for today.
Score positions for today. I think today we've got a good lineup today, so I'm thinking what 3-1-4 people. So yeah, 3-1-4 people.
How you feeling today? Like obviously it's a cup final.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to win a cup final, obviously for charity, but
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think obviously with everything that's happened in the last year, just want to bring it home, kind of get some silver under our belts. Obviously we haven't had the best of seasons, but I think definitely with the squad that we've got today, I think definitely want to win some silver. 100%.
Exactly what this day fucking means. This is the whole reason this club was started, and it's the reason this club does everything that we do for. Over the years we've gained many more things that we've been doing for other charities and stuff, and this has all stemmed from this day. So I want you to take this game with absolute seriousness. It may be a charity game, it may be a cup final, and like I said on our group chat the other day, people will comment on this final and be like, it's not a final because you haven't beaten anyone to get there. But like I've said, over the last year, we've had more happen in this club of people than I've known in any other club. So all the things that we go through every single time, the mental health battles we beat, the difficulties we beat in life, this is our reward for it. Everything that we do for charity, our reward is this day. This is the People's FC Day, boys. Right, boys, can we listen up? This is our day. So I don't want us to go out there and think it's going to be a laugh, it's going to be a charity game, it's going to be all high spirits. This is a very serious game for the club. And a lot of you boys, this is your first Plumstead Charity Cup final. If you was here, the last one, the first one, the only one I've heard, I think, that's been here from the first one was Craig, the second one. So Craig knows what this day means, I know what this day means, and anyone else, we know what we're doing today. But I want this to be the game that we put in 100% if we haven't already in the other games. Team we're going with, Alfie, obviously in goal, 2 fullbacks, Jamie and Ali, 2 centre-halves, Ted and Weaver, centre mids, Craig and Booker. In the 10, we're going with Gems, me and Gems on the wings, and we've got top. Alright? Boys, we haven't just put in these, we haven't just said, okay, this is the team. Me and Jamie have said today, exactly why we are starting with this team, exactly who we want to bring on at this point. If scenarios happen, we know exactly who we're bringing on. We haven't just made up a team and said we'll throw them out. We know exactly what we're doing today. Like I've said, it may not be a cup final we have to get in through for beating loads of teams, but this is the most important day of our youth. We're going to take it serious, right? Let's go, boys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the People's FC. Today sees us face Greenwich Challenge Vets in the Plumstead Charity Cup. So Yems is on the ball. Yems is going to find Craig. Craig is going to give it back to Yems. And Greenwich are going to try to clear their lines with a cheeky little flick over Craig's head. Only as far as Booker. Booker's now going to find Kai on the left hand side. Kai's going to float the ball in, back to Booker, and that is 1-0 to the Peoples. So, Weaver's on the ball now. Weaver's going to find Craig. Craig to Booker, Booker back to Weaver. Weaver to Ali, Ali to Greenwich. Greenwich are now going to look for a ball, and they're going to hit an L1 triangle over to their right mid. That now leaves a 2v2. Greenwich versus Peoples. Ball's over Alf's head into an open net, and that is 1-1. So Jamie's now going to find Ted. Ted's going to assess his options, and he's going to find Ali. Bit of a heavy touch. It's gone back to their number 5 of Greenwich. Greenwich is now going to find their number 2. He's going to try to go for an L1 triangle. It's reached the head of Jamie. Lovely header. It's going to go to Kai. And now Greenwich are going to regain possession. Greenwich are now going to find their player inside, which has found their number 17. The number 17 is going to try and take on Weaver. Weaver's doing well to hold him up. And it's easy for Alfie. So, Craig's now on the ball. Craig's going to find Gemmell in the middle. He's going to try to go for a drag back, but Greenwich managed to regain possession to their number 17, who's now going to feed their number 11. Number 11 is going to look for his options. Inside, that's a fantastic tackle. The Greenwich player does stay down, but that was a great tackle. And the ball is now going to go out play for a throw-in. So, Greenwich are going to take a throw back to their goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's going to scuff his clearance, only to George Booker. George Booker's going to line up a shot, and, well, the rest is history.
Mission abort. Repeat. Mission abort. Explorer, this is Kowalski confirming visual contact with the...
So, a long throw from Greenwich, but a heavy touch, only to George Booker. And George has gone for a safety first clearance. So, that's a throw-in now for the People's FC to Craig. I'm not sure if it was a pass or an attempted touch. But anyway, Greenwich are now on the attack. They're going to run out of the defence, a couple of step overs. Going to line up a shot, and that's well saved by Alfie. So, Kai's now going to try and find Yems with the long ball. Greenwich managed to miss their interception. And it's now going to go to number 5, who's going to try and beat Ali with a flick. That will never happen, not in a million years. And that's a great little battle. But in the end, Greenwich managed to get a foul. So from the resulting free kick, Greenwich are now going to go for a long ball. And it's going to go straight out for a goal kick. Alf's going to go for a quick goal kick to Weaver. Weaver's going to pass it straight to a Greenwich player. It's sloppy, and it's 2-1 to Greenwich. So Alf's now going to take a long goal kick, which is going to find Grizzle. Grizzle's going to take out 2 players in the process. It's going to take a shot, and that is well saved by the Greenwich keeper. So Yems is now going to float the ball in. It's going to find Ted, and that is just over the crossbar. So Weaver's now going to find Booker inside. Booker's going to run into space all the time in the world, and he's going to find Kai out on the left hand side. Kai is now going to run at a tired Greenwich defence, and he's going to assess his options. Kai eventually does find Ali out on the right hand side. Ali's now going to find Craig on the edge. He's going to have a shot, and that is well blocked by Greenwich. That falls down to Booker, and that is deflected wide of the post. So Alfie's now going to find Booker, who's dropped in the hole to receive the ball. Booker's now going to use Craig, and Craig's going to use Ali out on the right hand side. Ali's now being encouraged to run into the space, and he's going to find Yems. Lovely little touch, and he's going to skip past the Greenwich player. He's now going to find Grizzle inside. 1-2 back to Yems, and that is well saved by the Greenwich keeper. Only as far as Kai. Kai's going to whip the ball back in to try to find Yems. Yems is going to try to get under control, and Greenwich are now going to clear their lines. Only as far as Craig, who's now going to hold them up. Back to number 17, but Booker's going to intercept the ball. Number 7 for Greenwich is going to try to hit a diag, but it's only as far as Jamie, who's headed it down to Kai. Kai's now going to assess his options, and he's going to find Booker inside. Booker's now going to find Ali, who's currently in enough space to park a National Express coach in the middle of him. Only as far as Kai, and that is just wide of the post. So the Greenwich keeper's going to take a short goal kick. He's going to find his centre back, who's going to go for a diag. Jamie sliced the ball. Alfie's come out for it, and that is going to be a Greenwich corner. Greenwich are going to take a quick corner, reach their player's head, and that is just wide of the post. So a quick free kick taken by George Booker into Craig. Craig's going to find Booker again, and Booker's going to glide into the box. And that is a penalty to the People's FC. I have no clue what the Greenwich players are complaining about. That is a stonewall penalty. So George Booker's going to stand over the penalty. Referee's going to blow his whistle. George Booker, bottom right corner, 2-2, no doubt. So Greenwich are now going to try and play the ball out from the back. Only as far as Yems' skull. To Gemmell. Gemmell's going to now play the ball to Grizzle. That looks suspiciously like a handball, but the keeper's going to boot the ball long to Craig. Craig's now going to put a long ball back in to Grizzle, but Grizzle's offside. That's now going to go to George Booker. George Booker's going to play a lovely little 1-2 with Grizzle, and he's going to slot it away for 3-2. So for what everyone thought was a George Booker hat-trick was unfortunately not. The referee went to the VAR monitor at Sporting Club Thamesmead, and the goal was ruled out for a George Booker handball. So we move. We're going to try and run at Ali, and it's a clumsy foul. Brilliant free kick. So Greenwich are now going to step up from that resulting free kick. They're going to try and whip the ball in, and that has gone for a goal kick, and that is now half time. So, second half is now underway. People's 2, Greenwich 2. Second half, let's go. Lovely little 1-2 between David and Grizzle, which results in a people's throw-in. Kai with the throw-in. Kai's going to find Craig. Craig back to Kai. Kai tries to find Booker, but number 11 gets his foot onto it. Grizzle's now going to try run to the box, and he's been absolutely sandwiched, and that is a free kick to the Peoples. So Booker standing over the free kick, he's going to blaze it, it's going to hit the wall. The Greenwich players are currently complaining, I believe that was a pullback from Booker, the referee hasn't given it. That's now gone back to the Peoples midfield, gone to Weaver, he's going to put a long ball over to our right mid, and we're going to try and get the ball into the box, which is fallen to Yems. He's going to take a shot, and that is going to blaze out the stadium. So number 5 is going to try chip the ball forward, only as far as Weaver. Weaver's going to find Grizzle inside, Grizzle's going to find Craig. Craig's going to try lunge in, he's going to miss the ball, but he also misses the ball. Greenwich are now going to try and run it forward. They're going to run it forward. There's a challenge in there, they're calling for a penalty. From here, I wasn't too sure, and I still don't know now. But Peoples are going to clear the ball forward now. That's now a foot race now between Kai and their player, and they are going to eventually get a throw in from it. So Greenwich are going to take a driven corner into the box. It's going to take a swing at it, and it somehow hasn't gone in. The boys on the sideline are talking about a sand in the goal, and I think they are right. Wasn't no goal line technology required, but somehow the ball has not gone in. So after the phantom sand goal, Peoples are now on the break. Yems is going to drive the ball into the box and try to find someone in the box. It's a little bit overhit, but it's gone as far as David. David to little David, back to David, and that is a fantastic save from the Greenwich keeper. That is as important as a goal. So Greenwich's clearance only goes as far as Babs. Babs is being told he's got time, so he's going to run with the ball. He's got Kai in front as an option. He's going to use Kai, but he's going to pass it just wide of him. Greenwich managed to clear it. As far as Lou, Lou's going to manage to slice it, and that is going to go off for a People's throw. So Greenwich take the throw in. It's only going to go as far as Lou. Lou's going to find Booker inside, and Booker's going to run with the ball. Their players currently trying to rip Booker's shirt off his back. You can get that shirt on peoplesfc.co.uk. But People's chance goes as far as a corner. Peoples are going to take the corner. It's going to reach a People's head, and it looks like we've actually cleared our own chance, which dropped down to the Greenwich number 5. The number 5 is now going to find a number 10, and that's a great little touch. Number 10 is going to try and run, and for some reason he's passed it to Alf, and that is a chance gone begging.
Who wouldn't want to take a penalty? I would say David.
So Lou's on the ball. Babs is currently screaming for the ball, and he does receive it. Lovely little touch. Number 11's currently breathing down his neck, and that is a fantastic tackle. Referee doesn't give anything for it. People's now on the attack. Booker's going to try and feed the ball through to Yems. Yems is going to ask for a foul, but that's a very soft call, and the referee only gives a corner. So People's FC now with the corner. The ball's whipped in, and that has just gone wide of the back post. That is so close. So Greenwich are now on the counter attack. They're going to try and use their left mid. Their left mid's going to try and get a ball in the middle. He does, but Babs just gets ahead on it, which is just enough. This tricky little player inside now is going to try and look for an option. He does. He uses the man inside, but that's well intercepted by Babs. Babs is now going to use Kai, and Kai's going to have a foot race with this player. So the player may have lost the foot race, but his teammate managed to get a tackle in just before Kai pulled the trigger. Now Greenwich seems to be back on the counter attack. They're going to use their left mid. Their left mid's going to put a lovely ball into their number 11, but Alf managed to use his sweep keeper role to good effect. So, the centre mid for Greenwich is going to feed their number 11. The number 11 is going to round Alfie into an open net, and that is 3-2 to Greenwich. So number 9 for Greenwich is going to take a throw into their skillful player. Heavy touch to Kai. Kai's going to feed Booker. Booker's now going to feed Brad. Brad is not a player that you want to allow to run at you, so Brad is now going to travel with the ball, and he's going to find a pass inside to Booker. Booker's going to take a shot, and that has hit Thamesmead Jim. The Greenwich keeper's going to go for a long goal kick. Doesn't go too far. It's intercepted by the Peoples, which is going to go back into Booker. Booker's going to head it, try to find David, and Greenwich are going to clear their lines. So, the centre-back for Greenwich clears it, only to number 11. That's a great touch by number 11, skips past the tackle, and he saw number 10 do it, so he decided to do the same and pass it to Alf. The Greenwich keeper with a goal kick, he's going to find his number 10. Heavy touch by number 10, and he's fouled by Booker.
Get him off, bruv. He's fully swung. He's just fully swung.
Alf with a goal kick now. He's going to find Kai. Kai with a little flick on towards David. David's now going to run the ball out. He's got Kai inside, but he's not going to use him. He's going to try to run it on, and that's well shielded away by Greenwich. Greenwich are actually going to clear the ball towards Kai, and they take him down for a free kick. So Kai's now standing over this one. He's aiming towards goal, and that comes off, I believe that was Booker, and out for a goal kick. So, the Greenwich goalkeeper with a goal kick, just over Lou's head, and it's bounced to the Greenwich player. He's played through, he's got an option for a through ball, he goes for goal, and it's just wide of the post. Quick thinking from Alf to pass it out to Jake. Jake's going to pass it to Lou, Lou back to Jake. Jake's now going to try and find Booker inside, which is well intercepted by Greenwich. Greenwich have played through, and that is just wide of the post. That's a let off for the Peoples. I feel like I've been talking too much, so I'm just going to stay silent for this bit.
Too easy, man. Too easy. Win it back.
So, David now on the attack. David beats Kai. Again, and now another foot race between Kai and number 7. David's on the ball, and that's a great tackle by Greenwich. So, that's a People's free kick, quite high on the pitch, but Alfie's decided to take it. Alfie steps up, and there's not much height on it. It's dropped down to Booker, that's a great strike, and it's just wide of the post. That was close. So, that's a throw in now for Greenwich. Back to the little skillful player. He's going to let off a shot, and that's hit the bottom corner. That's 4-2 to Greenwich. Could that be game over? So the Greenwich keeper now with a goal kick. It goes over the People's defence, and Alfie has now come out. This reminds me of FIFA Pro clubs when you get bored and you run out of your keeper. That was unbelievable. But that's now through to Yems, and that's 4-3. Could the game be back on? Game on, Peoples. So at this stage of the game, it's very late in the game, and Greenwich will use their game management and try and run down the clock. They're heading down towards the corner, but he spun Babs, and that's a fantastic interception by Jake, only as far as the Greenwich centre mid. The Greenwich player tries to flip the ball over Rams, who's about 20 foot tall. It's a great counter-attack by Peoples, but the Greenwich keeper manages to sweep up. Unfortunately, Yems' goal turned out to be a consolation. The full-time score was 4-3, so I'd like to take this opportunity to thank every single person who attended the day, who's donated, and most of all to Greenwich for playing us, and congratulations on becoming the 2023 PCC champions. Please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.